What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. You know, The Last of Us is the hottest thing on TV right now, which brings me so much joy because it is definitely one of my favorite video games of all time. I'm absolutely loving this new series, and if you're anything like me, you immediately go online and waste the next 3 hours searching for Easter eggs or any little thing you may have missed. And in doing so, we happen to stumble across some really cool and some not so cool Last of Us tattoos that I would love to share. So let's check them out. Alright, before we get started, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Now hopefully there won't be any spoilers here, but if you haven't seen The Last of Us yet, please get your shit together. Alright, let's get into it. The first tattoo sent in is from Jakub, and Jakub sent in a copy of Ellie's tattoo from the second video game. Now, I have seen these tattoos everywhere. It's got to be one of the most popular Last of Us tattoos out there. Now, I know this might not be the most complicated tattoo, but if you're a fan of the video game, you can probably recognize it immediately. Obviously, the focal point of this tattoo is the giant moth at the top, and in the video game, the group the Fireflies use the symbol of a moth as a metaphor to kind of guide them to the light, and the rest of the tattoo is made up of all these leaves. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that's a representation of Mother Nature reclaiming Earth. If that's not right, let me know. But it sounds good to me. Spoiler alert, so hide your ears if you haven't seen the series. A fun fact about this tattoo is it's actually hiding the bite mark that she received from the first video game. Now, as far as technical application goes, this isn't a bad tattoo by any means, but there are parts that look a little rushed. I do believe the moth is probably what the artist spent the most time on. When we look at those leaves below the moth, the shading that's contained inside those leaves just seem a little inconsistent. Check out the detail in those individual leaves. We call that technique pepper shading, or when a shade isn't super smooth. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but those shades should be consistent as we move our way all the way down to the bottom of that leaf. The best way to go about this is to make sure that your hand movement is going the same exact direction for every individual leaf. Now, before we get to the other side, I want to bring up these outlines. They may not be the worst, but they could definitely use some improvement. For instance, when we look at the tail end of the moth, you can see that those little lines that are in there aren't really symmetrical at all. And that can be said for most of the lines throughout the wing, indicating to me that this tattooer probably sped through this thing. Now, as we move to the other side, where there's all that black, I do think it matches Ellie's tattoo pretty well, which is pretty rough. However, I can't really blame her because I'm sure she had some difficulties trying to find a reputable tattooer in the middle of an apocalypse. That being said, since we are in the real world, I do think that tattooer probably should have cleaned that up a bit. There's jagged edges on a lot of these leaves. There's a little bit of skin tone showing through some of that black, and that main stem line that's running all the way down is just all over the place. So if the goal was for this tattoo to look as close to Ellie's as possible, I think they did a decent job. However, since there's not a bunch of clickers roaming around, there really was no excuse to rush through this. But thank you so much, Jakub, for sending that in. Alright, one more thing before we move on. If you're looking for a way to reinvent this tattoo, check out Sketch the Fairy's design on this exact piece. She did a great job on giving new life to a somewhat boring video game tattoo, so check her out. Moving on. Alright, this next Last of Us tattoo was sent in by Simeon Hance. And Simeon, you sent in this beautiful image of Ellie's face with a superimposed image of Ellie standing on top of a car. So right off the bat, I really enjoy this tattoo. I think it has a lot of good features. The face is done really well, and I think the artist did a great job with including those little details, whether they be freckles or blood. I just think it adds something really nice. And what I really like about this tattoo is how they added her on top of the car at the bottom. By including this, it just adds to the story that she is alone in this post-apocalyptic world. Had it not been there, sure, this would still be a great portrait of Ellie, but that addition just really helps pull you into her universe even more. When it comes to all that solid black in the background, normally I'm not a fan of ending a tattoo that way, but with this piece in particular, it just works. And I'm really happy that the artist didn't just end it with a straight black line like I see on a lot of tattoos. The thing I am most confused about is this big gray area that's coming down from under her eye. I'm just not really sure what it is. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a building in the background, but it's really not reading as anything. I think this tattoo probably would have been better off without that altogether. But I do love all the other little details in the face, as I think it rounds it off nicely. Overall, this is a pretty rad tattoo, and thank you so much, Simeon, for sending that in. Alright, the next tattoo sent in is from Carlos Ortiz. And Carlos, you sent in this clicker tattoo. To me, the clickers are definitely one of the more creepy looking enemies in the game. Carlos, I think you did a great job representing the clickers because this thing is hideous. In the best of ways. One of my favorite things about this tattoo is the use of depth. How you've got that painterly feel down toward the bottom around that neck, which brings the focus up toward the mouth and face? We'll go with face. You've got a lot of nice detail in the mouth, which again brings a lot of focus to that area. You mentioned in the email that you had a second pass on this tattoo, but you couldn't find the photos, which is unfortunate because I would have loved to seen if you added some of those details into the head. Because right now that's my least favorite part about this tattoo, as I think that area alone should have a ton of details. It should really make you sick to your stomach. I really do love that blue edge light that this thing has, as again, it does add a lot of depth to this tattoo. and I think it does a great job of separating from that black background. The black background on the right is a little splotchy, but I'm assuming that was cleaned up with that second pass. Another thing I love about this tattoo is the color choices. I really love those mucusy greens. I think it does a great job of keeping this thing creepy. It also contrasts that dark red in the best of ways. It just really makes this thing gross, and I love it. One other thing I'm not the biggest fan of in this tattoo is the black background at the top. I do wish that it wasn't pushed out as far, so it would be a lot easier to add something to this leg in the future. Maybe even eliminating all that black and just adding the clicker shadow, because of course you can always add that darker stuff in at a later time. But overall, I think you killed it on this tattoo, Carlos, and if you happen to stumble across those photos in the future, please send them my way. Alright, the next tattoo sent in is from artist Brittany Tigera. And Brittany, you sent in this Ellie face that has been split with these floral designs coming through. So I can tell that this tattoo has been custom drawn to fit this area, as it fits around these other tattoos so nicely. It's nice to see that you added this fern design from her actual tattoo into this piece. However, it does kind of have the shape of a pine cone. It's just oddly placed. It doesn't seem like it has as nice a flow as the other flowers, and it just kind of seems like an afterthought. I love the little line details that you have inside of these flowers. They might not be the cleanest, but it is a nice touch. It definitely seems like you know how to utilize that line weight, and we all know that's my favorite. One little design flaw when it comes to the flower and her face being split is the petal of that flower just runs too close with that top line from the split. If you were to push those petals above that line, it wouldn't intersect with that line so much, and it would actually make it feel like those flowers are coming out of that split. You've got some really nice detail in the eyebrow and in her hair, although I would have loved to seen some magnum shading in that hair as well. And of course, you can't forget her freckles. Nice touch. If you've played the game, you know that Ellie is kind of a sarcastic a-hole, and I wish I would have seen that in this face. She looks a little too nice. It just looks like she's modeling a bit too much to be in a world full of angst and fear. So overall, Brittany, I think you've got a really good concept here, and you've got a lot of nice details in there. And the way that you have this thing composed among these other tattoos is great, and I think that's something that a lot of other artists struggle with. There are just a couple things that can be tightened up, like that pinecone fern and that design flaw with the flower. But thank you so much, Brittany, for sending that in. All right, the Last of Us tattoo is sent in from James Mullin. And James, you sent in this nice framed picture of young Ellie and Joel. And James has actually been featured on this series before, and he does amazing work. First off, I think the overall composition and design of this tattoo is executed very well. However, I think if you were to remove Joel and Ellie from this frame, you could almost put anything inside of this tattoo and it'll work. My problem with that is I don't think that the frame or rose really has a Last of Us aesthetic. I would have loved to see some sort of fungus or mushrooms climbing up throughout that frame, or even completely remaking that frame out of fungus and some greenery. Again, kind of just bringing more of that world into this tattoo. To me, it's just a bit too clean and pristine to belong in the Last of Us universe. Now, I know if Mother Nature took over, there would be loads of beautiful flowers everywhere. However, you don't get that vibe when you're playing the game or watching the series. The Last of Us is a story about love and making connections in a world surrounded by chaos, and it would have been nice to see that juxtaposition in this tattoo. I know it's rare for me to say that a tattoo is too clean, but for me, when I think of The Last of Us, I just expect chaos. And this tattoo kind of seems like it was interpreted by Disney. I think a good alternative to that rose could have been a firefly, a moth, or even just aging that frame a bit I think would have helped quite a bit. Remember, this is taking place 20 years after a pandemic. Now, when it comes to the tattoos of Joel and Ellie on the inside of the frame, I think those guys will age beautifully. You've got just the right amount of detail in there to make sure that it doesn't blur out in the future. However, I do wish there were a bit more strength to Joel's beard. Right now, it just looks like he's got kind of a wild Western mustache. Now, I know I'm going off on a tangent because this tattoo is executed very well, but I do kind of expect more grittiness from one of my favorite video games. One last thing, as far as the lettering goes at the bottom, I think it's a bit unnecessary and doesn't really need to be there, although I'm sure that was at the client's request. To me, it just doesn't really feel like it belongs with the rest of the tattoo, even though the meaning is there. So once again, I'm not trying to take away from any of the quality that James is putting down, because this tattoo is beautiful. I just don't think it really fits the overall aesthetic of The Last of Us. But thank you so much, James, for sending that in and letting me take a peek. All right, before we go, I do want to talk about my favorite tattoo of the episode, which was sent in by Simeon Hance with this black and white Ellie tattoo. Out of all the tattoos that were sent in today, I think this one in particular represents The Last of Us the most. This has that dark, gritty feeling that the game really represents. She's got such great emotion in her eyes, and her being on top of that car really shows how alone she is in this world. And it's more than just a good tattoo. It really tells a story. And even though I'm not sure what that thing is under her eyes, I'm gonna let it slide this week. So congratulations, Simeon, on being my favorite tattoo this episode. Alright guys, well that's gonna wrap it up for this week, but I do want to thank you so much for sending in your tattoos at such short notice. I loved looking through them. And remember, if you'd like to see your tattoos featured on this channel, you can do so by sending them to ponycritiques@gmail.com. Remember, hit that subscribe button, and as always, I will see you all next week.